Battle, build and craft. I'm going to spend 100 days in Valheim, and this is my journey. So let's begin. I spawned in the world of Valheim with nothing but a shirt on. So I immediately went on to gather some resources using my fist to break this beach to get some wood. And the wood I obtained, I turned it into a club. Now I have a weapon I can whack things with. Especially trees, because currently I don't have an axe yet. So I continued my journey on gathering resources. I tried to whack this deer, but I ran away. But at the very least, I got some mushroom to munch on, increasing my health and stamina. While I was busy talking to the bird right here, I was surprised by this grayling. But I did a number on him and destroyed him, turning him into ashes. I also encountered a bunch of boars, which I whacked to death for their meat and their hide, or leather scraps. I also gathered some stones. This was the time I discovered that I can actually interact with those pebbles on the ground. So I did just that and gathered myself some stones. With a stone on hand, I finally managed to craft myself an axe and a hammer. The hammer, I had access to crafting a bunch of new stuff, like building a base, the workbench, cooking stations, and other useful stuff. After gathering enough wood, I made myself a workbench, and now I had access to making building parts. I don't really have any architectural experience in this game or anywhere in other games. I don't know how to make my house. So I just did whatever, like making a stair and then some flooring. I think this is good enough. But actually, screw that plan. I'm gonna make something simple. Just a wall, a workbench, and some roof. And as you can see, it's not really a beautiful project, but I guess you could say it works. I have shelter at the very least. I have a hard time figuring out how to attach walls and stuff. Anyways, as long as we have some shelter, this is enough. So with a roof on our workbench, I can now craft some bow, arrow, and other stuff available on the workbench I couldn't earlier. Since I was lacking wood, I chopped more trees. I also tried hoeing the ground to make it leveled. I'm not sure how this works, but I guess this is gonna be the area I'm gonna make my base. So yeah, I just did my best to make my base look like a base before actually heading out to hunt or do other stuff. I tried to hunt this deer right here, but I couldn't seem to one-shot it with my bow and arrow, but I guess it accepted its fate because it didn't move and ran away. I hunted more deers as I went on the forest to level up my bow skills. Also killed more boars with a bow, but accuracy isn't really great. So I switch with my club whenever they get close like this, because oh my god, I'm gonna die. I have 13 HP left. This is horrible. These boars are crazy. But yeah, we're gonna survive this. After a successful hunt, I then went home and crafted a bunch of cooking stations. I'll be cooking all the meat I gained from hunting all those boars and deers. So we have new food buff. I also made myself a bed so we can sleep the night away. I continued hunting more deers and boars, as right now I didn't really have any goal in mind. So I guess for now it's gonna be just hunting these boars and deers so I have enough materials to have a fully equipped armor, cape, and everything else, I guess. I noticed the resource I get is 3 times the amount because this is the rate of the world. I hate grinding, and for the item stacks I actually increased it to 10 times. Also my weight capacity. I hate inventory management in all games or being encumbered by having too much items. So yeah, I guess I made the game easier for myself, so I don't need to worry about having a lot of stacked items in my inventory. While roaming around, I actually found the altar of Ixthir, so I think I can defeat him now. So I summoned Ixthir right away and tried my best to fight him off. I readied my bow and took aim. My damage is kinda cute, but I think it's enough. I should be able to defeat him if I persist enough. Honestly, my strategy here is basically shoot an arrow to him and then just hide behind trees or rocks so I don't get hit by his thunder. And I'll try my best to run away as much as possible whenever he's close. Because he does that thing where he explodes lightning around him. Fight actually took a while before I defeated Ichthir. I guess I didn't really have the proper items to fight him faster. But like I said, I persevered and tried to survive as much as I can. This altar is the very best thing that separates me from him stabbing with his horn. Anyways, we emerged victorious and defeated Ichthir. And now we have the trophy and antler. We can now make a pickaxe so we can mine some stuff in the Black Forest. Next, I killed a bunch of deers and boars while I looked through where the Black Forest is located in this world. I don't know where it is actually. Just explored and explored. I even went here near the ocean to pick up some flints for some upgrades on my gears. I can now make some flint axe and knife once I get home. Found a lot of these abandoned houses, but never found any beehives in any of them. So I never had any source of honey at all in this entire game. So with the new materials I gained, I made myself a flint knife. This will be my main weapon for now. And then an antler pickaxe. If ever we find the Black Forest, we can use this. Place down some upgrades for the workbench so I can upgrade a bunch of my stuff. And also I can craft new stuff like leather gears. Pretty much upgraded everything I could in the upgrade area, since I had the materials anyways. I'm slowly looking more like a Viking right now because of the helmet and the shield. But my little knife, I wish I had a sword or something. Or a bigger weapon. And while looking for the Black Forest, it seems I stumbled upon a snow biome. I think it's called the mountains in Valheim. And that's crazy. I'm looking for the Black Forest. I'm like, I shouldn't be here. Yeah, the mountain. And finally, after encircling the mountain, I stumbled upon the Black Forest. Now we met with some gray dwarfs, and I killed them with my knife. It was fairly easy. I had so much stab damage because this was a level 3 flint knife. Or I upgraded it 3 times. Look at all those crits. Crazy. Anyways, the first ore I found was a tin deposit. So I started mining for tin. I still haven't found any copper in the area. Alright, if you notice, I can see where monsters are in the map. It's a mod as well that shows monsters nearby. This helps in locating some deers and boars that were really hard to look out for early game. I stumbled upon this glowing purple misty wood. And I bet this is the thing that has the ancient seed that we'll need to summon the elder. So I took it upon myself to destroy it with my flint axe. And I got some ancient seeds. And finally, I found the copper deposits. We can now get some copper. And with copper and tin, we can make some bronze. So begins the mining and grinding game till we have enough bronze to be satisfied. As I was minding my own business mining this copper here, a troll decided to pay us a visit. I'm not sure if I can handle this troll, but I'll do my best. Just running around the copper, shielding myself from everything it tries to hit me with. And I think I'll be fine. Yes, as long as I have this stamina to climb up and hide behind the copper deposit again, I think we're fine. I got him to a really low health. I was so close to killing this troll. But I guess this was the time I got cocky because I knew it was about to die. I ran out of stamina and tried to roll to my death and I died and oh no. Got one shot! Oh my god. Don't really know if items disappear after a while. I mean my coffin or grave. But I decided to make a little house near the Black Forest. So if ever I die again, I can at least respawn close to it. Because honestly, it was a very far run towards where I died and where the shrine were. So yeah, I built a little base near the Black Forest before getting my body back. Maybe I might die again, so I'm just being careful. After all that shenanigans of building a base near the Black Forest, I finally got my body back. I was kinda scared that a troll would come again, so I hurriedly arranged my inventory so I can loot everything I had. And I continued mining, of course. I went back to my temporary base for now so I can store some items in before heading back out to the Black Forest. I only needed to find some circling cores now so I can melt all the ores I have currently. Thankfully, I found I don't know how to call this, a dungeon, a skeleton dungeon, or a crypt. So yeah, I found a crypt, so I explored inside. Hopefully, there's a lot of circling cores inside. Oh, it's actually called the burial chambers. So I went dungeon crawling and fought my very first, not really my very first, but the first skeleton I discovered in this burial chamber. And hurriedly looted all the circling cores I had. I also found a stone with some logo here that had the location of the elder, the second boss we're gonna fight. For now, I rested here since I was dying because of all these skeletons. Afterwards, I further explored the chamber and got all the circling cores available inside. Well, I checked every nook and cranny of the place till I got everything. And then I went out. Got about 12 cores, which is enough to make a furnace and a charcoal kiln. So I went home and crafted myself the charcoal kiln. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this right. Charcoal kiln. And then the furnace after I beat the S out of these gray dwarfs. I can go exploring while the ores are processing or the wood is being turned into charcoal. I went to the Black Forest again and searched for another burial chamber. Found one after diving very deep in the Black Forest. I'm just happy I found one rather than nothing. So these skeletons were not a threat at all. Once I blocked them properly, like parry their attacks, I crit a lot with my knife and they just die very fast. It's honestly very fun to hear all the crits. My problem is the stamina. I hate the stamina system in this game. I just want to attack unlimited times. Anyways, I just grabbed the circling cores and dipped away. Alright, I also fought this glowing green skeleton. He was pretty tanky, but with my movement speed and my fast knife action, I just attack, go back, attack, and go back until eventually it succumbed to its death. Still wasn't satisfied, I looked for another burial chamber for more cores. Because I know these cores are gonna be very useful in the future to make a lot of portals. And we'll need a lot. So we have no problems exploring the world, just taking one portal after another. After I got home, I made more kilns and more furnace so I can process my goods faster. And finally, with enough materials on hand, I made myself a forge. And the only thing I can craft is a copper knife? What? I'm not sure if I should craft this. I was expecting better weapons like swords and stuff. So I guess I won't craft it for now. After grabbing some tin though, I got new recipes like a cauldron and bronze. Maybe once I make bronze, I can unlock better weapon recipes. And yes, I was right. I can now see all the bronze recipes. There are a bunch of stuff I can choose, but I chose the bronze at gear. It was a polearm. I like the fact that it's a spear and it has a secondary attack which it spins around you and attacks the surrounding enemies around you. So I think it's cool. And look at its stabbing action and spin attack. Yeah, it's really cool. It's very strong as well. Maybe I can handle a troll with this. We'll see. Continued my day mining ores after ores so I can have enough for a bronze set. That was my goal at the moment. I went home occasionally to repair my pickaxe and also put in the materials inside the furnaces and the kilns. I then crafted myself a bronze axe. Now I can chop these birch trees to receive some fine wood. With the fine wood, unlock new recipes, including a new bow, which I was looking forward to so I can have no trouble with the troll, as well as the portal. I was excited for the portal. I was thinking of moving my base here instead of the one at the shrine, but I'll leave a portal at the shrine so I can stick up the trophies whenever I kill bosses. Look, how convenient. A troll decided to raid the base. I still don't have the new bow, but I have the at gear. I tried dodge rolling it. But look, as you can see, I don't get one shot anymore. Which was a game changer. Now I can try poking this troll to death. Whoops. At the very least, the body is just in my base. But I need to revive fast or else the troll will destroy my base. So I grab my stuff and will now try to kill this troll so we can get its items and remove it from life. And after a lot of running around and shooting a bow and arrow at it, it is dead. Let's go. Oh my god, my eyes. What am I seeing here? And we got new recipes for troll hide and troll armor and even a troll helmet. I made both the hide and the pants as they provided more defense than my leather set. Since I don't really have the bronze armor yet, I decided troll armor is fine. So yeah, for now the days went on like this. I just go back to the black forest to mine more copper and tin and make more bronze and do some armor upgrades. But at least now I am actually looking forward to hunting trolls because of the hides they give. I like looting their hides so I can improve my gears. And that's what I did. I wasn't scared of the trolls anymore. So I'm gonna kill this one troll that killed me before. It should be easy enough. Our bow level proficiency should be high enough to, you know, pull the strings fast. It's not that high, but good enough. Look, it's already half health. Just kiting it like this, I'm very happy for dealing a lot of damage to this guy. And with its final moments, we'll be using the at gear and kill it. Yeah. I was also confident enough to kill this troll in the troll cave without using any bow, just the at gear. I was kind of familiar with its attack pattern by now. So I was kind of confident that I can just dodge roll everything to victory. As you can see here. Oh. yeah. I'm not cocky. I just know I can dodge. I'm confident. I was just you know, cocky I guess earlier. But now I'm gonna be playing safe. He will never hit me again. That was the last time a troll will ever hit me. I will just attack twice and wait for his attack and dodge it and emerge. Oh my god, that was so close. Victorious. With all the troll hunting, I now have the complete set of the troll leather set. I also have extra to upgrade it actually. And finally, it was time to play with the portals. I need to make a portal to the shrine so I can finally submit the Iknir, I forgot how to pronounce the name of that boss, trophy. So yeah, that's what I did. I journeyed towards the shrine just to place the portal and make this current base my main base. Just gonna demolish everything there. I always make sure to label my minimap so I know what's the portal tag, so I can always connect it later on once I want to go back and forth to this place. Actually, I found another location for our base instead. This place looks more spacious, so I move all my stuff here. With a portal, it'd be more convenient. In this world, anything can go through the portal, so I don't have to worry about bringing metals. I didn't want the hassle of, you know, not be able to take anything I want in the portal as well. And finally, it's about time I remembered that I should put the Eikthyr trophy. And now I have the power of Eikthyr. It reduces the stamina cost by jumping and running by 50% because of its power, and it lasts about 5 minutes with a cooldown of 20 minutes. Pretty useful. Spent the next few days just working on my new base. Please do forgive me. I'm bad at making bases. I'm the type of person who just wants to explore, kill, and, you know, go on adventures, not make a base or something. But I'm doing my best, okay? What I wanted to do here was make a place for my portals, but it's not working out. I just can't visualize making something. I guess it's one of the things in life that I just don't have the ability to do, which is architectural design or something. I tried making the thing where there's something underneath so it would support the floors. But still looks like that the floors will crumble sometime soon. So I just decided to plow the land upwards. And maybe the stone would support it. And I think it does, actually. I'm not sure. Anyways, this entire place is supposedly for my portals. I'll be placing it here with labels. So that's the plan. This is my current base right now. As you can see, it's a disappointment. But it is home sweet home for me. At the very least. Anyways, it was time to head over to our objective, which is the Elder. The next boss we need to kill. And it seems he's on another island. So yeah, I just ventured on more burial chambers for now. On the island I was on. I needed more cores so I can make like a bunch of portals in the world. So I can just travel anytime or wherever I want. That was the plan, at the very least. Yeah, since I was currently stuck here, I decided to make a portal so I can go home and make a boat. And come back and place the boat here. So yeah, we have a plan at least. So I gathered materials for the upcoming boat we're gonna need. I gotta farm a lot of fine wood because it is needed to make the boat. I already crafted a bunch of nails, which it needs as well. So the only thing left is these fine wood and I should be on my way to the Elder. I wasn't sure why I could make it at base. But yeah, I made it at base. So I need to destroy it so I can get back the materials. I can't deconstruct it with a hammer. So I guess I had this idea that destroying it maybe get my items back. And it did. So yeah, now we can go to our portal next to the sea and go on our adventure with our boat towards the ocean and towards the Elder. But before that, I gathered more Chaos Seed or Ancient Seed because I didn't know how many I needed. So yeah, now that we have more Ancient Seed, it was time to go. I swear to God, I don't know how to move this boat. I was so confused with the control. I needed to look up Google and how to sail or something. The wind is not blowing to my favor and I don't know how to move it. I'm kind of stuck right now. Well, after a lot of like moving around, I eventually got the hang of it a little. So now we're on our way to the Elder. But it seems I discovered the swamp instead of the Elder. Anyways, at the very least I know where the swamp is now. So I don't need to look for it later on after I kill the Elder. Because I know that the swamp is the next area we need to visit after the Elder is taken care of. I eventually found an area where there was a black forest. I wanted to land here because I think it's way safer than landing at the swamp area. So that was the plan. Yeah, time to hoist the sail and land here and take care of these grey dwarfs that are settling here. I made sure to place a portal and if ever the inevitable happens, so we don't need to make another ship and go back here. And like I said, I label my portal so I know the tags so I won't lose anything when trying to go home or when I die and come back here. If you're wondering, oh, what home? What's your portal home? My portal home tag is actually just home. I usually just build 2 portals in case I need to go home and go back to the tag afterwards. What I do is bring enough materials so I can craft 2 portals. I actually made another portal besides the Elder spawn because, you know, at the very least we're closer if we die to the Elder. Before the battle, I went home, repaired a bunch of gears and a bunch of stuff. Supplied arrows, I guess. Fire arrows, especially. And we'll initiate the fight after all this preparation. And with all the preparations done, it was time to summon the Elder. The Elder was a giant tree. And I know he's pretty weak to fire because it's a tree. Well, I'm not really doing that much damage. And as you can see, I still have a crude bow. I totally forgot to craft the new bow. I'm dumb. But anyways, this should suffice, or it should be enough to defeat the Elder with the fire arrows we have. The Elder basically has 3 attacks. One would be shooting those roots right there, which is easily countered by hiding behind the stone pillars. Another one is summoning roots, and if ever we try to go melee fight the Elder, he will stomp the ground, damaging us and knocking us back. So for now, I'm just gonna do range battle with him since it's the safest choice. The battle honestly took a while, but yeah, I just did the same strategy over and over again, just hiding behind a pillar and shooting him with fire arrows until he eventually succumbed to his death. I'm kind of risking my life here, just getting closer like that. But anyways, the burn is what's winning against this guy, because I don't really have enough stamina to keep charging my arrow to full. The durability of my crude bow is amazing. I have upgraded this thing to the maximum level. I think level 3 or 4. And with that, the Elder has been defeated. We got both the trophy and the swamp key. And now we can go to the swamp. After returning to base, I made myself something called the fermenter, but I never really understood how this works. Yeah, I never understood how this works. As I didn't have any honey at all. Basically, what a fermenter does is it ferments meads, and meads can be made with honey. And I didn't have honey in this game at all. I also crafted myself a cauldron. Now I can make some queen jam, one of the better stamina food to have. So I'm very happy with this. Now I have something that gives me more stamina than the blueberries. While on my way to the swamp, I had this troll encounter. This unlucky troll didn't know I was very good at fighting him now. He can't hit me. I'm too experienced now. And he died like that. Yeah, I'm strong. So while on the boundary between the Black Forest and the swamp, I noticed this thingy, this circle thingy. I never knew what it was because I can't enter it. It's filled with water. I don't know how to go down or something. Maybe it's just a design, like a well-designed or something. Anyways, I took care of random leeches and dragger that was underwater. I needed to figure out how to go to the other side, but I think I'll just swim once I take care of these leeches. On arriving at the swamp, I was easily surrounded by skeletons and leeches and I was actually dying. I needed to make a base real quick since I was already at the swamp. I wanted a portal towards here. So I quickly made a base, a small base. I keep getting raided with draggers and leeches that I just couldn't finish it. Maybe this was honestly a bad spot. But anyways, I just need to finish this, put a portal, and go on my way to find a crypt to use my key so I can start farming iron. Alright, so with the base or the portal area done, I can now explore the swamp with ease since I know I can just come back anytime when I die. After doing a bunch of stuff at base, I resumed my journey at the swamp. I tried going down to this well, but really, nothing's happening. I don't know how... What is this exactly? I don't know what it does. What is it even? Anyways, time to explore the swamp. Our first exploration isn't really going well. I'm being destroyed by blobs and leeches and draggers, and I died. I got hit by an arrow, I think. Oh my god. Anyways, I recovered my items and destroyed the blob that killed me earlier. Also, these leeches, they can't really go to land, so they're not really a threat. The real threat is probably the skeletons and the draggers that use the bow, because I don't have problems with melee fights. It's just these guys are very annoying. I mined a bunch of guck that was kinda close, that was able to reach, but I always get disturbed by draggers. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing their names right. But anyways, I had to run because there's too many enemies. I'm not sure what to do. So yeah, for now I ran away from the swamp and went back to the Black Forest. I didn't know that there was a thing called pinewood, so I just started chopping some pinewood and now I had access to making a new bow. I'm so dumb. I could have upgraded my bow before the Elder fight, but I never knew. Anyways, we have a new bow now. This should surely help me on my adventures. So I went back to the swamp again, and my portal area is surrounded by a lot of draggers and blobs. The new bow easily took care of them. So I'm happy with this. As I explored the swamp, I saw a abandoned house. So I made this another portal area where I can come back anytime. And I kept looking for the burial site, or I don't know what to call it, the crypt, the sunken crypt. so I can start mining iron. I couldn't really find one in this area. It's very hard. Maybe there's nothing on this island. I was kind of disappointed. So I kept looking and looking until I eventually found one, and I used my swamp key right away. Inside, I had to fight a bunch of Draugr that were just lurking. Also blobs. There were a bunch of stuff here like the muddy scrap pile. These were where the irons lie, or where they are found. Like I said, scrap irons. But what the best treasure inside this dungeon or crypt was is the treasure chest. These chests contained a whole bunch of iron ores. So this is a very happy moment to grab some iron in this place. So yeah, I continued mining muddy scrap pile on the entire dungeon until everything was exhausted. I also found a thing that tells me where the next boss is. And oh boy, it's very far. Oh my god, it's a journey. So the plan is to loot everything in the swamp and move on to the next area where the bone mass is. For the next few upcoming days, I'm just gonna mine for some iron and smelt some iron. And I'm gonna do this until I have the entire iron set that I require or need. The very first thing I made was a iron pickaxe, of course. So we have an easier time mining the scrap pile. Next was an iron nail. I just wanted to know what I can make or what new recipes I can obtain after making one. After that, and while waiting for my irons to smelt, I went back and mined for more irons. With a bunch of irons on hand, I made myself an iron helmet. I also had unlocked a lot of new upgrades for my forge and workbench because of the iron we received. I can also make a stone cutter, which can make a sharpening stone, for another upgrade for a forge and workbench. I made the full iron scale or iron set because they look cool, and I even have extra to actually upgrade them. At this time, I wasn't really sure what good weapon to use was, so I made myself an iron pole arm. I should have made an iron mace because the mace would be more helpful against the bone mass because it's weak to blunt damage. Basically, was just glued at home right now. Just chopping some wood, making some new iron gears, smelting my ores, just chilling actually, while waiting for stuff to get forged. I also made myself a huntsman bow. After I exhausted this swamp with its sunken crypt, I keep forgetting what it's called. But anyways, after exhausting this swamp with the irons it can provide, I rode a ship again to go to the place where the bone mass reside. And I swear to God, I still don't know how to ride a boat. It's very hard. I swear to God, I hate this system. I just don't know how. After finally controlling the boat properly, I landed to the other island on a black forest area as it was safer than the swamp. My plan is to just run towards where the bone mass resides. So yeah, I think this is a safer choice. And while I was on my way to where the bone mass was, with the power of Ichthir making my life more convenient, I stumbled upon the plains. I should never be here yet, because I feel like this place is very dangerous. So I headed back as soon as I can. Maybe no one spotted me. But boy, I was wrong. Fueling berserkers actually spotted me. And they were out for blood, and my damage was honestly insignificant to them. So I tried my best to run away as fast as possible. I don't know when they'll stop chasing me, but I'm just doing my best. I decided to just make a portal on a rock at sea, where it's, I guess, safer from every threat there would be in this plains and black forest. I tried going around the area, hoping that maybe I can go to the bone mass without heading to the plain, but it seems the surrounding area is actually just the plain. So I have to make a decision of just trying to head over the plains while being safe. I actually found really good food here. The cloudberries. They actually provide a lot of stamina. It's crazy. Plus 40 stamina. So I can now change my boar meat to these cloudberries. And now I have a new food source with more stamina. And another inconvenient thing happened. The bone mass is on another island again. So I need to craft a boat once more and head to the sea and go to the other island to proceed to the bone mass. Ventured to the sea once more, but I was very scared as I was driving this boat. Because I know for sure that, oh no, the other side is also the plane. But anyways, I know for sure that just one encounter with something called a death mosquito would one-shot me to death. And that's horrible. And if I die at sea, I will lose everything I have. Except for the equipments, I guess. But anyways, it's a very scary, and this is a very hard and dangerous adventure. So I should be careful and look for an area where there's no monsters around to land my boat. And as I thought I was safe landing here, I quickly tried crafting a workbench and a portal. But I did not know what's about to come. A freaking death mosquito. 2 of them. And as you can see, I was dying. I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I died. Anyhow, the timing can be more wonderful than this. The swamp raided my village. I mean, my home, my base. So I had to take care of this raid. So I just keep dying and dying, trying to fight back the raid with my 25 health. Sure what's happening here, but I don't lose health. Is it because I just revive? Oh, it's called a corpse run, I think. So the corpse run prevents me from dying? Okay, so here's the corpse run running out. Oh yeah, it is the corpse run. So I'm invulnerable for 60 seconds after I revive, which is very convenient against this raid. They just have no care of my life right now because I'm invulnerable. But I did not know that when I was playing this. As you can see, I'm still shielding myself. Anyways, I farmed more fine wood as, you know, I needed to make another boat because I couldn't make another portal at the other side. So I need to go to the other side once more. So round 2 of trying again. Hopefully there's no death mosquito nearby. I'm just thankful that I can see on the map what creatures are nearby. I wasn't sure what a Lux does and if it's aggressive or not. But I should have parked here since I knew that Lux aren't actually aggressive, I think. As I landed, there was another freaking death mosquito. I panicked, tried to make a freaking workbench as fast as possible, but it never works. Anyways, I brought up my weapon. Try my best to fight this off. This dang mosquito. I shielded it, but I just couldn't parry it. The mosquito is very strong. I don't know what to do. And I died again. I honestly wanted to give up. I hate this place. But let's keep going. I was honestly running out of material. So instead of a giant boat, I just used a simple raft instead. I'm thinking this was enough. And honestly, it was very slow as heck. But if it works, it works. I don't think I'll ever get my body back. Because like there's 2 death mosquito guarding my first body and my second body. I should just honestly ignore it. Or if I can loot it, I'll loot it. I'll just do my best. Upon arriving, I actually looted my items. So now I just have to skedaddle away from these death mosquitoes. I should be safe now. I just need to run. With no monster in the vicinity, I took this chance to make a portal right away. I was not going to sacrifice another boat just to try to get here again. And now we have a portal area. I'm just so happy. Yes. Can't believe I'm so happy looking at draugrs, skeletons, and blobs again. They are much nicer than the freaking death mosquito. I hate those things. And now I found another crypt to mine iron with. Yay. So I raided the place, leaving no iron untouched. Then went home, did a lot of upgrades to my gears with the iron I just collected. And also chopped a bunch of wood. After all those shenanigans, I went up a tree to establish a little portal base. But right after killing all this draugr that are trying to kill me. And oh boy, there's a lot of them down here. I feel like I'm gonna die, but good thing I have a portal already up there. So if ever I die, Oh, I died. Haha! I'm back! And I'm just gonna get my items and hope I will survive. And I died again. Okay, once more. But this time is safer. Hopefully. I should actually just kill these things before taking my items back. But no, I will persist and try to get my items back and go back to my portal. I should be safe. They can't climb trees. After buffing myself up with food, I decided to dive in and kill them with my AoE attack. And kill these skeletons as well. I think we're looking good right now. I actually am beating all these random skeletons, Draugr, ooze, slimes. So once I take care of them, bone mass is just right there. After arriving at the place where bone mass was, I knew I wasn't prepared because I needed some poison resistance. So for now, I think I'll need to think about how to make poison resistance. So I just went on my way and destroyed a bunch of summoning thingies like here on the surrounding area. So yeah, I tried to look for any houses or any beehives at all surrounding my shrine or base, but I could never find any house with beehives for some reason. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why there's no bees in this world. No matter where I search, there's just no beehives. So I was left with no choice but to create another world. Hopefully, it has bees. Because I really need honey to make mead. For poison resistance and for healing. And my god, why are bees so rare? I was so happy that the very first house I saw had a beehive. And finally, now I have honey and the bee queen. Yes. I ran around this new world and found more bees. I'm so happy. I don't know what happened with my current world where there's no bees. I just hate it so much. But at the very least, we have bees here. Yes, so our bee problem is now solved. Anyways, I went back to my original world and made some beehives. Now I had something that makes me honey. I'm just happy for this. Since I now had some honey, I made some poison-resistant meads, which is now fermenting. All I need to do now is wait for this to finish. Since I had nothing to do, I planted some carrots from the carrot seeds I received or got from the Black Forest. I don't know how farming works in this game, so I just, slap everything in this area I cultivated. I also installed a mod that made me able to refund some items from crafting. So I refined my pole arm and made it into a mace. Now I have an iron mace. My poison resistant potion is still not done, so I just decided to spend the day fighting skeletons and Draugrs because I had nothing else to do, honestly. So I was just leveling up my mace in this swamp. I also found this flame elemental called the Surtling here. I'm not sure what it does. I don't even know if it attacks. But anyways, it dropped a lot of Surtling cores. So I guess this area is somewhere where Surtlings spawn and we get some cores from them. Pretty neat. So I raided another sunken crypt since I had nothing else to do or nothing better to do while waiting for my poison potion to finish making. So why not, I guess. And finally, on day 57, the poison resistance potion was finally done. And also my beehives have been producing honey a lot lately. So I'm happy with the current setup we have right now. I can actually make a bunch of mead for medium healing since I have a lot of blood bags. I need to farm more though. After taking care of my base, making coals, smelting irons, it was almost time to fight the boss. What I honestly did was smelting irons, upgrading all my gears before eventually we'll be done here and fight the bone mass. I did a bit of hoeing in the area where the bone mass would spawn, as I didn't want to run into water when we fight the bone mass. That would be horrible, a hindrance to our movement. So yeah, it's a good plan to actually prepare the area for the fight. And after clearing the area of all available monsters and hoeing all the watery areas so I can step on them, it was finally time to fight the bone mass. After offering up some withered bones, the bone mass emerged. It was a giant glob and I honestly did almost no damage with my bow. So I guess, I'm not sure if fire is effective. It only deals like 0.9 damage. So I guess it's not really effective. I should possibly go melee one-on-one with it with my mace. I have my poison resistant potion, so poison doesn't really do that much damage to me. But boy, that slap hurts. So for how Bone Mass attacks, he basically swings like that, which is easily dodgeable. And he follows it up with another swing, I believe, afterwards. Yep. And then after that swing, he will spew some poison to cover the whole area with a poison mist. And another thing he does is basically throw some sludges or bones, which he can summon either skeletons or slimes. And it's always better to take care of those skeletons or slimes so we don't, like, you know, get mobbed. But oh my god, I should run away because I will probably die if I keep fighting this guy without health. Anyways, we took a lot of damage to the bone mass with our mace, so it's a good thing. I'm just gonna leave him burning while we're regenerating. The entire fight was basically just me dodging his left and right swings and also killing all the mobs he summons. And melee was the best thing to do here because honestly my range attack doesn't do anything to the bone mass. And after a long grind of tickling his HP to 0, we almost have the bone mass to its knees and it died. Let's go. The mass is no longer moving. I got the trophy and a wishbone. With the wishbone, we can now detect some random treasure chests underneath or anything underground. But most especially silver veins, which can be found at the mountains. It works that it will pulsate like this. It means there's some ore or treasure near us and it beats really fast. It means it's just below us or something. So now, since we're planning to go to the mountain, we'll need some frost-resistant mead to make some frost-resistant potions. Because we don't really have any frost-resistant armor at the moment. Good thing I had a portal on standby near the mountains. Because remember the black forest we have is just, you know, near the mountains. So this is actually it. So I was running around hoping for my wishbone to ding! So we can know that there's like silver veins underneath. And after running around the mountains for a while, it actually ticked. So now I know there are actually some silver nearby. For now, I returned home first because I couldn't stand the cold. I didn't have any frost resistance at all. So we're gonna have to wait for a potion of frost resistance to finish first. And now, with some frost resistance potion, I mined a bunch of obsidian available. As I engaged in combat with some wolf who was trying to eat me alive in the snow. And now I have some wolf pellets, wolf fang, and wolf meat. I guess I can craft a new set of armor now with this wolf items. Finally found the silver vein where my wishbone was blinking at. I was so happy I finally found this. Now it's just time to mine it. And after we have the bars, I think we can make another armor set. So I spent the entire day and the next following days just mining the silver vein. But of course, it's never gonna be peaceful mining this. A drake suddenly attacked me out of nowhere and there are also some skeletons. So it was kind of chaotic, but it was not really a problem, honestly. These skeletons were weak. They're just your usual skeletons. As for the drake, they were just 3-hour shots to death if I hit them correctly. So I mined until I couldn't anymore and returned home. Processed all the ores I have mined and continued mining after I deposited all the silver ores I had. I will continue to mine until there's no more silver vein in this area right here. And with enough silver bars, I crafted myself the wolf armor chest. It has a resistance to frost and hopefully I don't need any more meads because of this. Also had a bunch of new workbench and forge upgrades because of the silver bars. I crafted myself a butcher stable, unlocking new food recipes like sausages. Sausages were great because now I have a food that gives me like 55 health only using some entrails, boar meat, and thistle. I went back to the mountains and mined more silver ores. I also hunted some wolves as I needed their pelt to make the other pieces of the armor set, but I died. I killed the wolves and retrieved the lost item I had. I then made myself the wolf armor legs. Crafted a new bow called the Draugr Fang. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. Draugr Fang. I then explored around the mountain and found myself a well. The similar well in the swamp. I wasn't sure what's inside, but probably some treasure because my wishbone is beating. There's also a cave here. I think it's called a Fenrir Cave. I was very interested in going in. So yeah, I went in. It's actually called the Frost Caves. So in here, it's where we get stuff or materials for our Fenrir armor set. Like this, we got a Fenrir hair. Now we have a recipe for a coat and leggings. As I went in deeper, I found some cultists I need to fight. They were pretty scary looking werewolves, but I don't think they're that threatening. I can't seem to hit it with my bow. But anyways, they have like this fire jutsu attack. They just spew flames like that. They're not really that painful in terms of damage. But I guess over time I will die from the flame damage. But worry not, we have our pole arm or pole axe that deals a lot of damage. Also, these bats are annoying, man. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I have made a bunch of minor and medium health potions. So I have a means of regenerating my health now. This place was loaded with Fenrir materials and I'm happy with this. Because now we can make some Fenrir stuff. I also found a new material called crystals. I'm not sure what they're used for, but it's probably useful. And after stripping the place naked with all its material available, I went home, checked what I could craft, and it seems there's something called a crystal battle axe. It looked really cool and interesting, so I made one for myself. I also crafted something called the flesh rippers. It was a claw weapon, like Wolverine claws. It uses a fist mastery to deal lots of damage. Look at this gig, it's actually really cool. For the axe, it's actually really cool that it glows. It looks like it would deal massive damage. Never tried two-handed axe in the game, but it looks cool. And finally, the armor! It has a lot of movement speed buff. I'm actually pretty excited to wear one. So I crafted the entire armor set and look how fast I run. Holy! Look at this movement speed. This is gonna be one of my favorite armor in the game. I just love movement speed. Look how fast we go. For the axe, it's actually pretty great for chopping wood. Look at that massive damage and massive swing. It actually deals a lot of damage to those trees. After having fun with my new gears, I went back to the mountains and tried out my rippers with this wolf. And it slaps, I guess. Or the wolf was dying, that's why it slapped. But my movement speed though, it's so fun. Look at this. I just run around so fast. I had this encounter with a golem and it's really tanky. Kinda scary actually. I can easily avoid all of its attacks because of my move speed, but my damage is like nothing. I just don't deal that much damage with his claws. It seems the weakness of this guy was a pickaxe. This is basically treat him as a giant stone that's moving. And I killed the golem. I then killed a bunch more wolves for their pelts. It's kind of easy with our rippers. It's actually strong. Look at this. Kick. And slash. It's a bummer, but there's no trace of the boss in this mountain. I need to look for other mountains and other islands, I guess. For now, I decided to roam around the Black Forest with my very high mobility to hunt some Grey Dwarf Eye. Grey Dwarf Eyes, yes. I also crafted myself a silver sword as it looks really interesting, but there's also just no other weapon I can use aside from this one. I recycled the rippers. I decided to use a sword and shield because I really wanted to do more blocking. I mined a bunch more silver ores as I wanted to fully upgrade my sword and my shield. I then went to the swamp to hunt more blood bags from the leeches. so I can craft more potions like the medium healing potion and some stamina potions. I mean, you can never have enough potions, right? I also managed to kill an abomination for the first time. I got myself some new loots. Now I have access to new recipes like the root set. I crafted myself a wolf cape and fully upgraded it and chopped some wood. And while waiting for some of my silver ores to smelt, I farmed more grey dwarfs for their eyes, as I really was lacking on these. I eventually decided it was finally time to set out on a journey to look for where the boss might be located. So I gathered materials to create a new ship. Now had a way bigger ship, but I still have the same problem. It was hard to steer the ship. I hate both mechanics in this game. I ventured to the sea so I can reach the next island and look for another snow biome or mountain. It honestly didn't take me long to find one. So I am gonna set up a base right here, making a portal area so I can come back anytime. Hopefully I don't die. Yeah, it's always nice to have a portal area if ever the unexpected happens. I battled some of these wolves here. I don't really need their pelts anymore, but yeah, I'm dying, as you can see. I'm so squishy. Maybe because I have a fin reset. Yep, very squishy. Very easy, I can run fast. There's so many drakes rushing at me. But no problem. With our healing potion, we will survive this. There's 3 drakes. What the hell? So I explored the mountain, hoping I could find any clues to the next boss. It seems what I'm supposed to be looking for is the boss stone, or the stone that shows you where the boss is. It's usually just within these castle thingies that are broken. Eventually found this area which had a egg protected by a fenring. So I'm guessing maybe this is the place I need to be. But I'm not totally sure. But at the very least, we have some dragon eggs. And I think this is what we need to summon the boss. So I kept exploring the mountain until finally I found the boss stone I was trying to look for. It was protected by these draugrs, which are not really hard to kill because we have a silver sword. And I don't know, it burns their soul, I guess. It has a spirit attack with it. And with this, we have located the boss, and it's pretty far. I hate it. We gotta journey towards there. I went home for now, crafted a bunch of new fermenters so I can ferment some more potions, especially stamina potions, because I guess it's gonna be helpful for the boss fight. I went to the swamp again as I needed to farm more of these blood bags for the meads. And after enough farming, I decided it was time to go to the sea again and venture towards the boss. And I swear, every time I use a boat, it feels like the wind is always against me. It's never blowing towards where I want to go. As you can see here, I'm just trying to blow it off the side, but trying to control my ship so it goes to where I want to go. But it's very inconvenient. Or I just suck, honestly. While on my way to the boss, I found a merchant selling random stuff. And since I had a lot of gold stored at base, I just need to make a portal back and gather all the gold I had and buy some stuff he has. And that's what I did. Went shopping. So I changed my weapon to this hammer right here. Because I had the Emir something something which enabled me to craft this. And now I can just recycle my silver sword. I can upgrade this hammer. The Frostner. While on my way to the boss area, I was yet again in an area with a plane. I hate this because I really am scared about the death mosquito. But I do love the cloudberries. I took up the courage to try and fight the monsters here. And these fuelings aren't really that strong. So I defeated some of them and they dropped these black metal scrap, which I don't think I can process yet. I eventually reached the area of interest where the summoning area for the boss is. first, I need to clear up all the monsters that are surrounding this place. Because I don't want to have any disturbances as I fight the boss. And I really hate golems. Golems are strong and very annoying. They hurt. So I went to base and prepared all that needs to be prepared before fighting the boss. I chopped some trees that might become some obstacles later on once the boss is summoned. I basically just cleared the area so I have an easier time going around with mobility. Fought another annoying golem. I swear to God, I hate these things. Finally, it was time. So I placed the 3 eggs to summon the next boss. Moder. Not sure if pronouncing it right. Moder? Modor. Anyways, a giant dragon came out of nowhere. So I hit it with my poison arrows. And I majestically miss all my shots. I swear to God. Yay, I hit it. I was dealing so little damage. And I assume this fight is gonna take very long. I'll eventually kill it with poison. And hopefully with some melee attacks as well. Honestly, this dragon wasn't that tough. As long as we are familiar with its attack pattern. Basically, he does that snow breath. Which is very annoying because it's almost instantaneous cost. For the attacks, he just swings his arms like that. As long as we're careful enough, we could just, you know, dodge roll it with the right timing. Or just defend it like that. But it's a waste of stamina. And another thing he does is a bite. That is rather quick. I'm kind of confused if it's an ice breath or bite. But if it's an ice breath, at least I can get it some strikes. I swear to God, the hammer is not a good pair with this guy. I need to recycle this and turn it into a sword. Because I'm not doing damage at all. So cute. As I fought the dragon Moder, I eventually succumbed to my death because I made a huge mistake. I got too confident. I rolled too early and I died. I refunded my Frostner and crafted a silver sword again. And I crafted too much. Good thing we have the recycle function. So we just need to upgrade this to the max level. I was honestly just happy that bosses don't despawn. Because I swear I don't have an extra dragon egg anymore to summon this guy. And I just came back. There's already a stone golem that's very annoying and keeps chasing me. And my health disappeared like that. And now my potion's on cooldown. And there are a lot of random enemies everywhere. But yeah, no worries. We have our fingers that we can run very fast. This entire fight was actually really hard. Because the golem keeps following me around. And I hate it so much. I couldn't really deal with the golem as the dragon keeps following me around as well. So I need to focus on only one enemy to kill. My strategy was just to burn the dragon and run around until I have an opportunity to do a melee fight when the golem's not around. It was only at this moment that I dealt the most damage so I could like hasten this fight. But it's still very dangerous because the dragon basically does a lot of damage. Maybe I should consider having metal armor than Finware armor. This fight actually goes on for days as it's really hard to do a lot of damage. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just that weak and also because the freaking golem keeps disturbing me. So I have to keep running around and also some random drakes decides to like attack me or some skeleton just show up out of nowhere. But I was determined to kill this dragon. But something unfortunate happened. I got hit by 2 beams of ice. And I died. So I rushed to the area and my hopes was answered. His HP didn't go back to full health. I was so happy because I didn't wanna go through everything again from scratch. I fought Moder head on as he landed in front of me. By now, I should be really familiar with his attack patterns. So he wouldn't be able to damage me that much. I was confident that I could deal a lot of damage before he flew again. Just a few more hits and this dragon will be vanquished. And finally, when it landed to the ground, I was very confident and rushed beside it, dodging all the attacks it could muster towards me. And I defeated the dragon, and I received the reward of tears and a trophy. With a dragon's tear on hand, I could now craft the artisan table. Actually a really cool looking workstation. Look at this. It looks like it's moving. There are effects on this thing. Unlike the other crafting table, this thing actually moves. There's a glowing tear on it. It really looks cool. I'm amazed by this. Also, I could now make something called a blast furnace. And with this, I was able to smelt some black metal ores. I then went to my shrine and placed the trophy. And with the power of Modor, I can actually have the wind on my favor if ever I'm riding a boat. We'll always have tailwind for the next 5 minutes, I believe. Next, I crafted myself a stone oven. I didn't really have anything I can use to cook right now. At least I have a stone oven. So with a blast furnace on hand, I slap in all my black metal fragments and some coal in. I can now make black metal ingots or bars. So crafted myself a windmill, but right now, yeah, like I said, I still don't have any materials to process anything right now. And the last station I made was a spinning wheel, but I don't have any flax as well. At the very least, all my stations are ready once I visit the plane and grab the stuff I need. There were so many new foods at the cauldron station. There's also something called the ice cream, which provides a lot of stamina, about 65, using Grey Dwarf Eye. And jerkies, like wolf jerky. It provides a lot of good health actually, especially the wolf skewer. But I'll need onion for this. I only have 9. I'll need more seeds for this. It was now time to go to the next place of interest, the plains. And our encounter with our nemesis, the Datsketo. This time for sure, I'll win this fight. Yeah, Datsketos are actually really easy to kill. You just need to block them head on and whack them once. But because our encounter with the Datsketo, when we first encountered it, we didn't really have a strong enough shield to block its attack. But now with the silver shield, I could block it and kill it afterwards. And they're actually really squishy. You just need to shoot it once with a bow. Now look at these fuelings. They're fighting with something called the sludge, I think. Growth. It's actually called growth. And they're very dangerous goob slimes. And I should be careful when approaching these, because it would mean death if they surround us. They do some slow, some poison, and a lot of other debuffs. I don't think it's called slow, but tard. Look how scary this is. Good thing we have new food types and I have an increased amount of health. But still, I almost died. I had to summon my bone mass spirit so I can survive their physical attacks. And yeah, my best course of action right now is to run away. They're too strong for me. So I tried fighting another creature instead. This is a Lox, and it's a giant buffalo looking like animal. So with my bow and poison and fire arrow in hand, I engage it in a fight. It seems my melee damage doesn't really do that much to this thing. I only deal like 20 damage. But we'll eventually kill it, right? I'm only confident because I still have my bone mass buff. Without it, I probably would die. Anyways, I saw a village of fuelings, so I engaged in battle with my bow. There were a lot of fuelings in this village, but the answer to these troubles would probably be to take care of them one by one. It's not really a problem. And with 1 minute and 45 seconds left of bone mass buff, I think I should be able to kill everything here. There was also this fueling shaman with a weird magic shield. I couldn't deal any damage to it at all. But I guess I think I just needed to break his shield. And with shield gone, he should be very squishy. Because, you know, mages. Bam. There's also this big guy called the Berserker. I shouldn't have any trouble with this guy as he kind of attacks slow. It's just that there are a bunch of mobs surrounding us right now. So it's kind of hard to deal with. And as always, like I said, the bone mass buff is so good. I can imagine myself just flying to the next map with this Berserker's head without the bone mass buff. So we're kind of lucky that we have this. So we have to rush this because it's running out. And we are victorious. But it's not like this guy drops anything rare. He drops the same thing as these little fuelings. Black metal scraps. But anyways, we can raid the village now that its protectors are gone and dead. So in the village contained a bunch of barley on the chest. Some flax even. I did not really notice that there was a cultivated spot where I can harvest the flax. But yeah, I would come back to this village again just to get those. For now, I take care of the remnant monsters available. And there are also this summoning totems, the one glowing in pink, will be used to summon the boss. I'll be taking it after killing all these remaining monsters. Yeah, it's called a fueling totem. And we'll need about 5, I believe, to summon the boss, Yagloth. I fought with more berserkers in the plains, and honestly, they were really hard. Without the bone mass buff, they actually really hit hard. Anyways, I just need to be careful and get good, and I should be able to take care of this thing very easily. Or maybe because I have the Fenrir set that I don't really have armor to defend against these guys. But with my movement speed right now, I can just run and use my bow. And if I'm confident, I just go in with my sword. Since I was close by a black forest, I lured a troll to fight a berserker. It's kinda smart to have them fight to the death. And the troll wasn't doing bad as well. It's dealing a lot of damage to the berserker. Look at that slam. After all that shenanigans at the plains, I went back home and processed the black metal scraps I gained in the furnace. I needed to make more actually, as I had a lot of black metal scraps, just not enough blast furnace. With the black metal I had, I made myself a black metal shield. And it looked badass. I then chopped some wood as I was running out of supply regarding wood and charcoal. I then crafted myself a black metal sword since I had enough black metals to do so. I was in need of a lot more flax to put in the spinning wheel so I can craft new armor set and new weapons. So yeah, I was trying to figure out where I can look for flax in the plains. And I also raided our growth tar area because I was very curious and what was inside those stars. I swear to God, these growth are so strong. I hate them. But with a hammer in hand, the blunt damage should do the trick in killing these really fast. I grabbed myself a couple of tars before I was satisfied. Now with this star, actually, I can make the endgame chest. A very big chest. I'm not sure if it's the last chest, but anyways, it's a really big capacity chest. And while exploring the plains, I actually found the boss summoning location. This was really good. Now I didn't need to look for this. Now I know this area is the boss summoning area. So I headed back to the village where I raided before. And this is when I realized that, oh, there's actually flax all over here. It took me a while to realize. But now I have flax. And if you didn't know, you can actually replant these flax so it can produce more. So that was the plan. Because I actually needed a lot of flax. This game requires you to get a lot of flax, and these flax only grow in plain or the plains soil, so I can't really plant it at my base in the meadows. I need to plant it here at the plains. So I went home, processed a bunch of black metals once more, and spun a bunch of flax as well so we can get some threads. And I will go back to the plains to plant my remainder of my flax. I made an additional spinning wheel to hasten the process of making these strings. I then crafted a new blunt weapon called the Porcupine, as I had the materials now. It only needed like iron and needles to upgrade it. I actually fully upgraded the Porcupine. Linen thread was a problem for every other items I needed to craft. Crafted myself a black metal axe. I went and cultivated some onions I had, not forgetting to make more seeds from the existing onions I do have. I then went back to the plains, killed these locks right here. It was way easier with a spear on hand. They were actually weak to pierce. So yeah, I had an easier time killing these locks with a spear. It was fun. Needed to kill more of these to make a pelt. I'm currently wearing the Lux cape right now, and I need to improve more of the armor. I established a portal at the village, as this would be my flax farm. That was honestly the plan. I'll cultivate a lot of these flax here to gain more, because I need more. Since there really wasn't any black metal spear, I made the pole arm instead. It dealt pierce damage as well, I believe. And since I've been making a lot of linen threads lately, I made myself a new armor, the padded cuirass. Not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. I went back to my base at the plains and also cultivated some barley. I'm not sure yet where I use these, but it's probably for food. I upgraded my storage chest into black metal chest now, with a lot of capacity for items. For the last armor piece, I made the padded greaves. Now I had a complete new set of armor. But I'm still keeping the Fenrir armor set because I really want to move fast. I also have a mod that expands my inventory. So yeah, I want to keep both my armor sets so I can just switch whenever. So I have both in my inventory so I can switch anytime. I found another merchant at the wilds called Hilder, and she was selling a bunch of stuff. Not game-changing stuff, but nonetheless, it's stuff. And I have a lot of gold, so I can buy some stuff. So right now, while waiting for my flax to fully grow, I just went ahead and looked at other plains to raid villages in hopes to get more flax that are already grown by them. So I felt very confident right now because I had a bone mass buff, plus I have a new armor set. So I just went inside, raided everything, tried to kill everything with my pole arm. Pole arm's, wide circle attack. And the berserkers are still very strong, even with the bone mass and new armor. Look at my HP drain like that. But anyways, we have potions, so we're fine. Not really. Sadly, this village I raided didn't have any flax, so we'll just have to wait for the flax I have been growing at base. I instead went to the mountains where I marked another frost cave I haven't raided yet. I wanted to get more Fenrir's hair so I can upgrade my Fenrir armor set. Because like I said, the Fenrir armor set is one of my favorite because I can move really fast. I love it. After my raid at the mountains, I checked my flax and barley and they still weren't ready for harvest. I wanted to fight the boss on day 100, but well, my flax weren't ready, so I had no choice. So finally, we're at day 100. I don't think I have enough time to fight to fight Yagloth. I think that's the name of the boss. So I honestly just cook a bunch of stuff at base, like the muck shakes, the wolf barbecue, the jerkies and stuff. Anyways, I was just preparing for the upcoming days when we fight Yagluth while waiting for my vegetables and my flax to grow. I also hunted a bunch of Grey Dwarf as I wanted the Grey Dwarf ice cream on the list of food I was gonna intake in the future. So yeah, thank you guys for watching our 100 days in Valheim or Valheim. I don't know which is the correct pronouncement. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you enjoy my content and want to watch more. This is Rogue signing off.